Hi, scholars. Today we are going to read a book called Nasreen's Secret School, a true story from Afghanistan. Bad people called the Taliban took over the country of Afghanistan and forced people to listen to them. They didn't think girls should go to school. Today we're going to read this story, Nasreen's Secret School, about Afghanistan and the Taliban. The two vocabulary words I want you to try to remember while we are reading this book are secret. A secret means that you don't want anyone to know about it. Forbidden. Forbidden means not allowed. Let's go ahead and start our story. My granddaughter, Nasreen, lives with me in Herat, an ancient city in Afghanistan. Art and music and learning once flourished here. Then the soldiers came and changed everything. The art and music and learning are gone. Dark clouds hang over the city. Poor Nasreen sat at home all day because girls are forbidden to attend school. The Taliban soldiers don't want girls to learn about the world the way Nasreen's mama and I learned when we were girls. One night, soldiers came to our house and took my son away with no explanation. We waited many days and nights for his return. Finally, Nasreen's frantic mama went searching for him, even though going out alone in the streets was forbidden for women and girls. The full moon passed our window many times as Nasreen and I waited. Nasreen never spoke a word. She never smiled. She just sat, waiting for her mama and papa to return. I knew I had to do something. How is Nasreen feeling? If you said sad, you're correct. What did the author do on this page to show you that Nasreen is sad? If you notice these dark clouds above Nasreen's head, the author is trying to tell us that this means the city is sad and no longer a safe and happy place to live. I heard whispers about a secret school for girls, behind a green gate in a nearby lane. I wanted Nasreen to attend this secret school. I wanted her to learn about the world as I had. I wanted her to speak again. So one day, Nasreen and I hurried down the lanes until we came to the green gate. Luckily, no soldier saw us. Why does the girls' school have to be secret? It has to be secret because the Taliban soldiers don't want girls to learn about the world. I tapped lightly. The teacher opened the gate, and we quickly slipped inside. We crossed the courtyard to the school, one room in a private house filled with girls. Nasreen took a place at the back of the room. Please, Allah, open her eyes to the world, I prayed as I left her there. Nasreen didn't speak to the other girls. She didn't speak to the teacher. At home, she remained silent. Why does Nasreen's grandmother want her to go to school? She wants Nasreen to go to school so she can be happy and speak again. She also wants her to learn more about the world like she did. I was fearful that the soldiers would discover the school, but the girls were clever. They slipped in and out of school at different times so as not to arouse suspicion. And when boys saw soldiers near the green gate, they distracted them. Wow, I noticed that these young boys are helping the girls by distracting these soldiers. This tells me that they disagree with the Taliban soldiers. The boys want the young girls to learn just like they are. I heard of a soldier who pounded on the gate, demanding to enter. But all he found was a room filled with girls reading the Koran, which was allowed. The girls had hidden their schoolwork, outwitting the soldier. One of the girls, Mina, sat next to Nasreen every day, but they never spoke to each other. While the girls were learning, Nasreen stayed inside herself. My worry was deep. Looking at this picture, which girl is Mina and which girl is Nasreen? How do we know? I remember from the beginning of the story that Nasreen is sad. So I think this one is Nasreen. She looks sad and uninterested. Mina seems like she's reading and curious. When school closed for the long winter recess, Nasreen and I sat by the fire. Relatives gave us what food and firewood they could spare. We missed her mama and my son more than ever. Would we ever know what had happened? The day Nasreen returned to school, Mina whispered in her ear, "I missed you." And Nasreen answered back, "I missed you too." How is this different than before? If you said that Nasreen finally spoke back to Mina, you're right. She went home alone with her grandmother and missed her parents. She realized that she missed school and her friend Mina. With those words, her first since her mama went searching, Nasreen opened her heart to Mina. And she smiled for the first time since her papa was taken away. It seems like she's really made friends now. At last, little by little, day by day, Nasreen learned to read, to write, to add and subtract. Each night, she showed me what she had discovered at school that day. Windows opened for Nasreen in that little schoolroom. What does the author mean that the windows opened for her? She was able to learn about many different places all over the world. She needed to see this because it gave her hope and let her look beyond her oppressed city. She learned about the artists and writers and scholars and mystics who, long ago, made Herat beautiful. Wow, she got to learn about all the wonderful things and people that made her city so great before. Nasreen no longer feels alone. The knowledge she holds inside will always be with her, like a good friend. Now she can see blue sky beyond those dark clouds. As for me, my mind is at ease. I still wait for my son and his wife, but the soldiers can never close the windows that have opened for my granddaughter. Insha'Allah. The end. Wow. Why did Nasreen need to go to school? She needed to go to school so that she could learn like all of the other children around the world. What does the author mean that the soldiers can never close the windows? Well, that's a very interesting question. If we go back into our story and look at the windows, that were opened for Nasreen, you will notice that it's all different kinds of things that she's learning about. This means that she's interested in these different things around the world, and even though the soldiers don't want her to learn, she's going to make sure that she's still interested in learning about things around the world. I want you to make a comment below. How is Nasreen's life different from your life today? How is Nasreen's life different from your life today? Make sure and write your comment in the discussion board on Schoology.